I hope everyone's having a kick-ass day. I'm Andrew Reiner. This is Game Informer's Replay. We're playing Secret of Mana, one of the greatest, bestest, awesomest games of all time on Super Nintendo. Kimblery Wallace is here.
Yes, of course. Wouldn't miss this for the world.
Tack is here.
Hey.
He's going to be playing the game for us. And then we have Juba sitting to my right.
Yeah, and I'll be here making fun of people.
All right. We're going to hold you to that.
Who let that guy in?
So we're going to start from the beginning of the game. This can be played 3-player. We do have the multi-tap out, but I think we're just going to end up playing it single-player for replay here. Why don't you get it started, Dan?
All right, we're going right in.
I think it takes a while before you get the co-op stuff.
It takes a little bit.
But.
Well, what did you think I was going to put?
I don't know. You went past the B, so
I was just looking around. I just wanted
all
to see
bets were off, dude.
I just wanted to see some new letters or something,
There we go.
I think we'd be fine with just a 3-letter alphabet. B, U, T, and Z. You can combine those in any different ways.
That's 4.
Look how dark this is to start.
Did I say 3?
Yeah.
I also don't know how to count.
I think we get to go there.
Listen to this dark music.
This is just one of the dumbest beginnings.
No.
Yeah.
Someone read this.
You know what? You just know that shit's about to hit the fan, okay? That's what it's setting up, Joe.
A violent war.
I'm
rock
telling you,
the world.
don't you ever get on this intro. This intro deeply affected me as a child, okay? This is the first time I cared about narrative in a game.
Kim has written no fewer than 3 things on our site about how great this game is and the intro.
Mm-hmm.
I also think the game is amazing, but as far as story goes, I hardly think it breaks the mold.
It's
Okay,
about
wait
a
until
dumb tree.
No, wait until you know what? Elliot is Elliot is a jerk, which we're gonna see right here, and he gets when he gets banished from the village. Oh, my heart, poor kid. Man. Watch here's Elliot being a jerk.
Hey guys, wait up. Who's Elliot? You guys aren't playing along
Joe
with
would be a
replay
good
standards.
I'm definitely not Elliot.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we're
playing.
not supposed to be here. There's a ghost around.
That's Timothy.
Oh, do you really believe that? People say that to scare us. But I heard Grandma say something about a shiny object near the falls.
That must be some kind of treasure. We have to find it.
It's a brilliant plot setup right here.
I'm falling.
Why?
No!
Oh no, I fell.
I love how he falls he doesn't really trip. Nothing makes him. He's just sort of
Hey,
He's a
people,
dumbass.
People,
I mean, come on.
people are klutzy. I run into doors all the time. It
He's
happens.
probably got an
He
ear
fell, he
infection
tripped.
or something,
Oh, definitely.
throwing off his
That's
his
Equilibrium's
balance.
off.
It's pretty
Yeah.
clear.
Look how beautiful this game is. I love the bright colors. Gonna probably see a rabbi soon.
A rabbi?
Out in the woods. Clearly.
But
It's calling to you. Can't ignore the sword.
Oh yeah, the sword. Kind of need that.
wow, look at that grass sway in the breeze.
It's
Oh,
pretty
there
cool.
it is. Look at the
You
beauty.
chop it down too, I think.
And
Yeah.
the village is this way. I have to find something to cut through.
Yeah, you need to get that sword, Dan Tack.
Controls don't feel nearly as crisp as I remember that.
But there is a run button.
Yes. I have been
Remove
using
that
it.
sword.
Who are you? And what is this sword doing here?
I mean, that actually is a very legit question. Why is there a sword in the middle of the
That's a great question.
of the creek?
The light, so bright.
I got the feeling this kid's falling off stuff all the time.
He's seeing ghosts, finding swords, and falling down. I think you're right.
And I'm going to guess that he's probably had a lot of concussions. And I'm just going to throw this out there. This might all be taking place in his brain.
Yeah,
this
you know
stuff
what?
might not actually be happening.
I agree.
It's like the rabbit hole, but for a dumbass.
We figured it out after so many years. It was all a dream.
I like it. Yeah, the scene that's missing
I
from
hate
the
it.
end. The scene that's missing from the end is him waking up at the bottom of the falls. And the whole game was a dream because he
that's so
tripped off a
perfect.
damn log.
That is so perfect.
Oh, man.
I like our version of this story.
Yeah,
better.
Kim, you
I
can't-
hate it. I hate it.
It's plausible, though.
No.
Wouldn't you say, Kim?
I do. I mean,
Okay, here you go. Where are Timothy?
Oh, look at there it is.
Where are the kids?
It's coming. You'll see him in a second. He's got to take care of this.
No, they would have been down there
No.
right away.
No, they wouldn't have. They're jerks. I told you this already. You don't listen.
they didn't seem to be particularly jerky.
Oh,
no, they
pretty
were
jerky.
running
you get
off.
ready. They're
jerky.
jerks.
They are jerks.
But I mean, they went running to save him.
But that's the thing. Their jerkiness only becomes apparent after his fall, which means that in the real world they might not be, and he just sort of
Joe, you're just so full of it. I can't handle it right now.
Why are you killing these cute things?
Oh, because they get the experience.
They're evil.
The basic concept.
Listen to this beautiful music too. I cannot believe you can even knock this game in the slightest.
Nobody's knocking it. We're just
You're making
painting
up
it
an alternate story that makes no sense. That's ruining the beautifulness of all of this.
Joe Juba, does it not make sense?
No, our story makes sense.
It doesn't.
I think it fits.
I mean, okay.
We're just painting it as an option.
There's definitely room in any number of games. Like game creators like it when their fans get so invested that they sort of look at the story from different angles. Look at like BioWare, like the indoctrination theory, even though it ultimately wasn't really correct. It was still like, hey, that's a cool way to interpret our fiction. We are just coming up with a different interpretation.
Yeah, the dumbass theory.
This is hilarious.
Oh man.
Also, why do they fall asleep when you hit them?
Because they're rabbits.
You knocked them
It's
out.
all
You
unified
knocked
with
them
our
out
idea.
With the power of your hit.
Yeah, more sleeping. We see sleep as a continuing
Oh my
theme.
God. This episode.
Sleep is a theme. We need to write this. This is like a brilliant paper.
Weapon
Nice.
skill up.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so let's call out a couple things here in the gameplay.
I love how he opens chests.
Yeah, man, that's how I open them.
Throw it. Who has time to like sit down and open?
But he doesn't just throw it.
Don't
he
you
also
open chests
sort of,
that way?
He also sort of wiggles it above his head a little bit.
All right, Tack,
Oh.
talk a little
Where
bit
are you
about
going?
the meter at the bottom. What's going on there?
So like I don't think we can charge up our sword yet, but once you get your weapon skills developed in this game, you can
You
charge
got
up
it.
attacks to do all kinds of really cool stuff. Right now, you notice I wait for my meter to get to 100% before swinging,
Better wiggle his chest.
because otherwise it does like 0
There we
damage.
go. Okay.
But you can go far above the 100%, and you can like charge it up to do like. Here we go. I'll show you.
Oh.
Well,
Excellent job.
I really showed off it.
Pressure was on. It's
It
okay.
was.
It happens. What are you doing?
It makes you like if you just enter that first part, it makes you go back.
These rabbites are pretty extreme.
This is harder than Dark Souls.
Don't worry, Tack. We'll edit all this. None of this will be in the episode.
Oh, I'm sure it will definitely be in the episode.
There you go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
see, you can.
Yeah.
And as
But also, if you attack when it's not full, you don't do as much damage. correct?
you do horrible damage.
Hey, you got level 2.
Yeah,
See,
like
like
that.
it.
See,
Look at this, like 0, 0, 0, 0.
Rock on.
and this is pretty cool. This is something you didn't see a lot at the time.
No.
For Super Nintendo.
And the weapon like super moves you can do later when you can charge it to like huge levels are really cool.
The other thing I remember about this game is that I was sort of familiar with, I was familiar with Zelda and familiar with Final Fantasy, but I hadn't played a lot that was sort of that in between of like action RPG.
I think this is one of the
until
first
this came
major
around.
like action RPGs
Yep.
for the SNES. Absolutely.
Also, the co-op for an
Oh.
action RPG was
Yeah.
unheard of at the time.
It's
usually.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I just remember this game having awesome boss battles.
It does. And then the drop-in
God.
co-op was just amazing with it. Like, I would play this game with friends just forever. Like, it was amazing. Like,
Wow, forever. So you're still playing it with
Forever.
those friends.
I am.
Forever.
I am,
And a couple of notes about replay in general. We have, including this episode, we have 2 episodes left in season 2, and then we're moving on to season 3. One of the big surprises for season 3 is you're going to get to vote for one of the next super replays, not the next one, but Secret of Mana is one of the candidates.
Yes.
And
Do
over
it.
the
Do
next,
it. I'm campaigning. Do it.
over the next few weeks, you're going to learn what those candidates are, and then there will be a poll on GameInformer.com where you get to vote.
I tell you, Reiner, God Hand better be one of those candidates.
All the
too.
candidates are
gosh.
longer form. Like, we have not done a game as long as Secret of Mana. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get to vote, and it's going to be a community-picked super replay. So look for that soon. And then season 3 starts on January 31st. We've recorded Wade Wojcik in our
See,
control
look
room.
at Jerk.
He and I have recorded
See?
some great stuff
Well,
already.
Yes.
He's
It's
not
gonna be
completely
bloody
unjustified.
brilliant.
We're destroying the village by pulling out the
Well,
mana sword.
you know what? It's not his fault. He pulled the sword. Okay.
Well, whose fault is it?
Oh boy. It was calling to him. I
So
would
what?
pull a sword if it called to me.
I mean, he did pull out the
Kim,
sword.
it sounds like you're
he
making
did
a
doom
lot
the
of
village.
excuses for this guy.
See, look at Elliot's just sitting there like a baby.
Well,
There's
he
a big
felt
monster coming.
You did doom the village, Kim. You can't deny that.
Ah. it's not his fault. He's an innocent kid. This is about like childhood.
You know what they should do?
Why is he humping the grass?
Oh no, what is this crap?
They should banish him for endangering
Look at
the
this
village.
monster. This is badass right here. Oh.
What? How did that even? What did even hit me? He was nowhere close to me. What is going on
Tack, you're killing me.
here? No, that was. There's some BS going on right now. I was completely out of range.
Get him!
No!
What?
See?
He just randomly throws knockout. This is.
But then he doesn't know how to take advantage of it, so that's all right.
And just some
come
stats
on.
for you. This is developed by Square, published by Square as well, and it came out in North America
No, Tack.
on
my candy.
Super Nintendo, October
need it
3rd, 1993.
All right, good.
Yeah, man.
Oh come on, man! These. What is? Okay, he knocks. Wow, this is like.
Hey, this is how. No easy first boss fight.
I remember this fight was really easy, so something's going on. Oh, gosh, what? It just randomly knocks me out. How can I even dodge that?
I have no idea.
Play better.
Yeah, it's true.
Once again, playing with the theme of knockouts. And hey,
yeah.
Joe, take a look at the character design. He's wearing
There,
a bandana
yeah.
around his head, implying brain damage.
No,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh, I like where that's going. Yeah.
We gotta, really take us to the next level. Like he's.
Yeah. That's how you cheer.
Well, and also the fact that he was hearing a sword talk to him, which
Oh my
does not
God.
happen, period.
Ringing in your ears when you bang your head or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Different crew if this gets super replay, by the way.
And this definitely should get Super Replay. Please vote for this game. It's an amazing game.
So what you're saying, Kim, is that you want Tim Turry to take your spot
No.
on this crew.
No, I'm
I
saying
think-
Dan Tack can stay.
That's good.
You, on the other hand,
All right.
you're out.
Just you, yet I'm the one who's come up with the whole thing.
Oh, I can't get rid of the host. That's a problem.
Well, you can.
That's all right. I'll take one for the team.
All right.
All right,
Over
now here
200
comes the
years.
very
we're
sad
going to visit
part.
Sage
This is
Lucas.
very sentimental for me, so you better be careful here.
All right, we'll be careful.
So what you're
Tread
saying is
lightly.
you want us to make fart noises through it.
Don't ruin it.
All right. That guy's awesome. We should play as him.
he's a cool guy.
Here it is. Oh gosh, it's gonna get. Stop it.
Joe, you just can't let out random farts. You gotta pick the time.
Okay.
Now, if we're playing this, like if we're truly playing this the way we want to play this, you don't fart in crowds. So you got to find like moments. You got to go in a corner and then let one out.
Oh, we can't stay in the
Look at
village.
the music stop with it too.
Go. See, they're get out of here.
Oh,
Look how mean.
that's a good one.
Listen to the music.
Okay.
Go talk to the elder though, really quick.
No, I want to get the treasure
After
first.
you get the treasure,
All
talk
right.
to him.
I will. I know he's really sad that I have to
Looks like you just tried to brain that girl with the treasure shot.
go. She's really sad I'm leaving too.
Oh, where'd everybody go?
Huh? What do you think, Kim?
Nope.
One too many farts. you don't fart on the elder, dude.
Okay, well, we'll put that to rest then.
There's good reason you're banished now.
We are banished.
That's sad.
Yeah, the music in this game is incredible. It really,
Being
really
banished
serves.
really didn't affect his stride. Look at him just sort of... He's just jaunting around like he owns the place.
And on a more serious note, as we're kind of going through the story here, Kim, Joe pointed this out. You've written a number of pieces on Secret of Mana for this site. Do you want to kind of go into why this is one of your favorites?
Yeah, actually, growing up, it's my grandpa who introduced me to RPGs, and we used to play them together, and Secret of Mana was one that we both realized we were playing at the same time. he was here on a vacation and we were just talking about it. And unfortunately, I never got to play it with him. He died shortly after that conversation. But actually what I did was I ended up taking the cartridge. I went into Florida to his house and I saw it. And his game was half finished. So I completed his game for him because he never got to finish it. There's an article on the site on it. But it's just really special to me in that my grandpa's like this old guy who just wanted to keep his brain going and play RPGs. And so I bonded with him in that way. So it's kind of always going to be special to me because of that.
And if you haven't had a chance to play this game yet, it is out on the Wii U Virtual Console. And it's also, I don't recommend playing this way, but it's also on iOS and Android.
Yeah.
Don't
But
play on
if
there.
you can play it
Seriously, don't
with
play
a
on
controller, or even if you can find an old Super Nintendo and get the multi-tap and have 3 people playing. I think that's probably how we would play the Super Replay. I'll put that in there too.
Yeah.
That we would do it co-op.
Oh,
we
yeah.
could-
Co-op would be so
It's
fun.
so
for this.
amazing.
Mhm.
But obviously, you can't. On the note of co-op, you can't play it co-op from the outside. You got to get the other characters first.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long to get them though.
Yeah, you should get the girl like first. No, or actually, you could get the.
I think
dwarf
you can
first.
sneak to get the sylph dwarf thing.
Yeah, you can go in different orders. So
Self dwarf.
I said sylph.
Sylph.
Oh, okay. What are you?
So you want to go to the Water Palace,
Yeah.
which is up.
Oh, the Kingdom of Pandora. I
Yeah,
remember
that's
that.
where you get her.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to go to the Water Palace first. That's what they tell you, anyway.
Yeah.
Look at the enemies; they're just adorable.
Well, that's the thing. They don't
They
seem
start off
like
adorable.
problems.
Yeah.
Oh, they become problems
Yeah.
later.
This
like,
is just like someone running through a village and killing people's
is-
house
well,
cats.
no, they're
This is
going
like the level
after
one
you,
stuff,
so it's
you
not
know?
like you're unprovoked.
Yeah. But they never.
Reiner, you always start off with like rats or bunnies or something silly, you know?
Slime, but I mean, these guys, they're smiling and they're cute.
I mean, the Dragon Quest slimes smile and they're
Yeah.
cute, and
Yeah.
you have to kill them.
I guess it'd be the equivalent of us going outside and killing squirrels that are like
Yeah,
throwing
I
sticks
do
at
that
us.
any day of
Yeah.
the week.
Here come the
So
squirrels again. You had to bring it up, Reiner.
But I don't know. I feel like I remember a lot of this game. The design of the enemies sort of. I mean, kind of like Dragon Quest, always being a little bit more.
Yeah, they're a little
you know,
bit.
a little cutesy.
They are. Even at the end game, even the most evil looking stuff sort of has
yeah.
a little bit of a cutesy tinge to it.
Yeah.
But, oh man, the summon magic in this game is crazy. It's crazy sweet. Like all the elementals you pick up.
Oh, Water Village.
And then here, so this game was super popular, but we didn't get the sequels here, right?
We did not.
And there was what, 2 of them?
2 of them. The second one wasn't that great, but the third one was really
Did you
good.
play it?
Yeah, I've played them.
Did
Then
you
we got-
Did you speak? How did you play it?
I don't know. I can't speak to how I played them.
Yeah.
Well, you don't speak Japanese. You don't read Japanese.
That's correct, but I can't tell you how I played them, Reiner. I'm sorry. This is that's not okay to do.
I was
So
gonna
it's-
say
I think I'm following you.
they tried.
okay.
They tried to revive the series with crappy DS games, and then the PS2 Dawn of Mana, which was pretty freaking awful. And
Awful.
so
Super
yeah,
bad.
I kinda liked it.
Super terrible.
He would.
What does that mean? I feel like I'm under
It was
attack
a
here.
pretty game. It was a pretty game, but the controls are pretty bad, and it just wasn't the same. In Japan, they've tried to keep it alive through mobile, but I would love for them to bring back and kind of return to the roots of the series
Now-
and not try to modernize it per se.
I thought when back in the day when I was playing these, I thought that Secret of Evermore was the sequel to this, and it does. It's still an action RPG.
It's very much in the same style.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is not technically like part of this series, right?
No.
Yeah.
But it's certainly like, controls and everything else
Yeah.
scheme-wise, it's certainly spiritually
Yeah,
derivative.
spiritual successor.
Yeah. Man, that game was cool too.
It is.
That dog.
And that one's one that not a whole lot of people know about, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I really do think that. Like whenever I'm talking about old school SNES RPGs with people, that one never comes up.
Was that toward the end of the Super Nintendo lifespan? I remember the graphics were like kind of rendered too, right?
Yeah. It's definitely been a while since I played that one.
I mean, you can call me an oldie here, but I'm going to say that the Super Nintendo era of RPGs was the golden era.
No, I'd certainly
For
agree.
me, that was when things really progressed and started changing, and we got some really interesting titles. And
What era did you get into RPGs?
me?
Yeah.
So, I played Nintendo ones with my grandpa, and then we played Super Nintendo. So, I mean, Super Nintendo is probably when I got into it most, because, I mean, I could read then, but where things made a lot more sense. I was trying to play these without being able to read for a while.
I'm not necessarily arguing, but I think a lot of people will say, like people who really got into RPGs on the PS1 will say that I mean, and I think you could also make an argument for that. You know, like there's tons of good stuff on the PS1. PS2 era had some great,
Oh, PS2 era is great. PS1 I'm not saying that none of these eras were all void of innovation and good RPGs. I'm just saying when I think back, my fondest, and maybe there is some truth to that, but the fondest memories are from this era. And I look back at these games still to this day, and I'm like, damn, that was a great game. And I'll go back and play them even Chrono Trigger has aged significantly well.
Yeah, this one seems like it ages really well, too.
It does.
There's just something about, the visual style, the gameplay style that really transcends transcends time there.
I think that's my problem with PS1 going back to them. They don't look that great now, so they're harder for me to go back to.
So you can see we just picked up the spear.
Right.
This game hinges on a lot of different weapon types that you can work up levels with. So, when you're playing with friends, they'll all have the weapons that they love, so they can work up all kinds of cool weapons to high levels to be able to use the special attacks.
What weapon do you love?
I think one of my favorites was the. It was really dependent. Like when I played through, the first time, whatever super weapon I found in the fortress at the end, that would be the one that I usually cater to just to win. Mm-hmm. But I think the chakram is actually one of my favorites, like the spinny throwing disc thing.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
I always put that on the girl.
And to go back to the series a little bit here, the first game in the series, I might be wrong here, you guys can correct me, but I believe it was released on Game Boy. It was Final Fantasy Adventure, right?
Yeah.
Was the first Mana title. In Japan, it was Seiken Densetsu Final Fantasy Gaiden. And then it was released here under a different name. And then Europe, it was called Mystic Quest. So there's their naming convention. Square, obviously.
Yeah, they're trying
all
to,
over the board over
yeah.
the last 2 decades.
And what about, didn't we have a Super Nintendo Mystic Quest also?
Yes.
We did.
Yeah.
It was more of the
But that was different.
newbie Final Fantasy game.
I never, even though it said, because it did say Final Fantasy on it, I never fell for it.
I thought it was, actually that game was not nearly as bad as people thought, I think. It was fine. It was really easy, but...
It was kind of insulting. The reason it was made was to ease U.S. players who were confused by RPGs into RPGs, right?
Yeah, and it is super easy. It's really hard to lose in that game. But I thought, visually, it was pretty cool. It was a decent RPG.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to this being the Super Replay, but the other candidates are
this
huge.
This game is so killer. Because it doesn't suffer from the RPGs where you just sit there and click attack. Mm-hmm. This is way more intense, especially when you get 3 people fighting a boss together and trying to time their attacks to get knockdowns going and stuff.
And it also doesn't have, it doesn't have the endless scrolling through text that you see in a lot.
It doesn't.
We've tried several RPGs on replay before, and if you start from the beginning, it's really rough.
We just have to talk to a billion people.
There's lengthy tutorials like this. You just get right in and
go.
go.
You get pretty much right into it.
Yeah, you just smashing mushrooms right off the bat.
I suppose Chrono Trigger has a pretty quick.
Yeah, that one has a really good start too. Man, that would be another good one to do.
I'd put that one on the list too.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger is awesome. I won't doubt that. And it is probably higher on my list than this game, but I think this one will make for a better replay just because it is more
the co-op
action-oriented.
with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Two such different experiences, though. It's hard to put them. When you make lists, or Matt Helgeson had a nice little piece on the website about the trouble in numbering lists. At some point, it's arbitrary.
Right.
It's
everything's great. And apples, oranges. Yeah. It's really tough, but. I think I would rather, if I had to go back and play one of the games again, I think I'd rather go back and see Chrono Trigger for sure. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to wait and see what those 5 candidates are. They're all great, so there won't be a, kind of trademark bad Super Replay that we like to do. This is going to be one of the good ones, and it's going to be one of the longer ones we've done.
We'll bond better.
Only 5 choices, though.
5 choices for this one. This is something we plan on doing more for Season 3 is getting the community involved and having different votes throughout the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool as long as they pick Secret of Mana.
Yeah.
You don't know what else they're doing.
That's true.
There could be,
Joe just wants to campaign against me
Could be God
and
hand.
rig the vote like he always does.
No, there's no God hand. That's not a vote.
Oh,
Sorry, Joe. But we are going to let you do that at some point.
okay.
How do I get out of here?
I want to play that so bad. I've been holding off on playing it myself in hopes that we do a super replay on it.
I have a
So-
notebook with stuff listed for Super Replay, and that is like circled like 15 times.
Oh.
But it's with making the magazine and the website, it's hard to find time.
Yeah.
And doing these right where we have 4 people.
There's the girl.
Yeah.
So does the community get to vote on like normal replay episodes also?
Yep, that'll be a part of it moving forward.
Oh, nice.
We don't want to give away too much of season 3 right here, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of
Be
fun.
crazy.
Here's a question that I've had about it. Even though I'm on the inside, what constitutes a season of replay? Because we've been doing it. We've been doing it for like 5 years.
I've been wondering that myself, actually.
Joe,
Oh, gosh.
this is the big cliffhanger, the penultimate episode going into the finale.
Okay,
You're not
okay.
feeling it because you haven't watched every episode.
Okay.
No, it's BS numbering, and it basically what constitutes a new season is when we have enough new ideas to transition the show forward
Okay.
and make choices and change things to the show. Obviously, the format of the show is not going to change. Well, yeah, I guess it is a little bit,
Just
but
a little.
just a little, but
it's still us sitting in a room playing games.
yeah, it's replay at heart, but we
As
have
it
a bunch
should
of
be.
new ideas that we've been sitting on that we want to do, and that makes a new season. Season 3 will be numbered, episodes will be numbered, so we have anniversaries, stuff like that, something we haven't done in the past. But every Saturday they'll be back 8 a.m. That's the plan.
It's a little bit more evolutionary than revolutionary, but
Right.
still
Okay.
good.
Now, one popular thing that TV shows do in season finales is one of the characters announces they're pregnant. So I'm hoping that Dan Tack can get pregnant.
Wow.
Can
Okay.
you
like
swing
a
that for us, Dan?
like a
we-
tapeworm parasite. Is that we can implant that?
I mean, whatever it
Let's
takes.
not do that.
Whatever it takes for Dan to start a little life in his belly. I'd
food
be
baby?
satisfied.
Actually, we're going more Who Shot JR,
Oh, great.
the Mr. Burns kind of thing. So yeah, someone's gonna die at the end of
The
this
community gets to vote on who gets shot. No.
That would really get to watch.
I got a taser right here.
It better be Joe.
So I like how this game starts. Like it already gives you like the 2 major plot points for the first 2 levels.
Right.
Like, you're already figuring out that Pandora's like really weird,
Mm-hmm.
and there's something really weird going on in the ruins, and the haunted witch up in the castle.
Haunted witch, but that doesn't seem plausible.
Haunted castle, witch, whatever. You got what I'm saying.
Almost like it might be in this guy's mind.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Haunted like the spirit world.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you saying, Joe Juba, he might be in purgatory?
We are really stretching now.
I'm saying that there's just maybe more to the reality than what we're seeing here.
I'm liking this Inception theory. I don't know if Kim likes it.
Hate it.
Did you guys know that there's a total theory like this, by the way, for Final
no.
Fantasy VIII?
No.
It's super interesting.
I've seen it.
Yeah, there's basically
where
a
he
theory-
like dies, right?
Yeah, at the end of Disc 1 of Final Fantasy VIII, Squall, is essentially killed by the witch Edea, or the sorceress. And there is a theory out there with like some impressive supporting evidence that like he dies there and the rest of the game is just sort of happening in his mind.
I've seen that.
I don't know.
I don't know how impressive.
I don't know that I buy it.
There's
but the amount of research that has gone into it is interesting.
I'd agree. Man, these bees are hard.
Hey Dan, can you carve some sort of shape in the grass?
You're
try
you're
it.
on the right path.
The bees.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You guys.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No,
I'm
you're
not
gonna-
touching
Joe,
it.
you saw a submarine
I'm not
as well,
touching
right?
it. I'm not touching
Yeah.
We
it.
both saw a submarine right there, and
So
we
did
just
I.
wanted that.
So did I. I saw the sailboat, guys.
maybe, yeah.
Whoa.
Am I even going the right way?
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Reiner's vote of confidence.
Yeah, I'm definitely going the wrong way. If that's
Someone had to say something.
yeah.
You are going a way that is interesting.
Yep, there are bees, so it's got to be the right way.
The bees are such.
See, the bees are a
bitches.
little less cute than the mushrooms. See, they're
Yeah.
starting to ramp it up.
The other thing that will be interesting if this gets picked for the Super Replay is you don't want to race through this game. So you will take your time and level up. Level up weapons.
Everyone will usually gravitate toward like one weapon type and then max it out.
So are we doing replays of all of the candidates to see?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
But they will be announced.
Okay. Have we done replays of any of them in the past?
Yes, we have.
Oh, all right.
Who decided on this list?
That would be me.
And this isn't our Super Replay Showdown. This is something.
No. Showdown will be in March.
These enemies have such like unfair abilities. Like if these were in games today, people would freak out. Just like, bam, you're knocked down.
Also,
you're poisoned.
this guy has now fallen unconscious in the span of like 10 minutes more times than I have ever been unconscious in my life.
He's got some really bad head problems.
How many times have you been unconscious? Because he's
A lot.
fallen down like 6 times.
He takes it all in stride.
I'm
man.
asking Joe.
I mean, did you see Joe play basketball? Like,
I don't know if I've ever. I mean, I don't know if I've ever been knocked unconscious.
I'm surprised no one's ever just punched you unconscious.
Wow. There it is. Jeez. This is season 3, people.
Yeah, Kim's bringing the venom today.
I used to say that about Dan Reichert. I can't believe that he's never been punched in the face.
That is true.
But
I actually paid Lele and she was going to, and then she's like, I don't know, guys.
We slapped Dan in the face. We got a camera that did slow motion here.
Yeah, that's different.
And we put water in his mouth and we slapped him in the face and it went flying out. It was super funny.
Yeah, I bet it didn't leave the bruise that it should have though.
It was pink.
What? So these guys just sort of dance behind the counter.
Yeah, they're happy.
That's how you sell your product, Joe.
All right. Kim just has no patience for anything I say.
No.
I'll just sit here quietly and watch you guys play.
And we got about 10 minutes left, Dan Tack, so make it count.
We did not make good time through
You
here.
should go to, isn't there the caveman who can like launch you to different parts of the world?
Yeah, there is.
I always cheated and used
Whoa,
that.
pause it again.
What? Okay.
Turns into a spirit, the vendor. You see that?
Oh.
Like it's not really there.
Oh my God.
Oh, God. Come on, dude.
Why does it do that?
I'm not even humoring that one.
No,
Come
why
on.
does it do that? Give me one explanation.
So you can concentrate on the screen that's,
It doesn't do anything
pulling
else
it
in
to
the
the
environment.
Yeah, it really doesn't change anything else except the people.
Kim is actually banging her head on the table. The point of replay is to look at old games and see how they hold up and look for new things that we maybe missed when we were children.
I definitely missed that, right?
Yeah.
Come on, guys, humor me.
We need to think deeper. You're right.
I was a smart little whippersnapper. I would have caught on to that.
All right.
Was she wearing a nightgown?
Probably.
That's interesting. Implying sleep.
Yeah.
She can wear what she wants.
Hey, we were going the right way. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, nice.
Sassy. Here we go.
I like the little claps in this soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. They're great, especially some of the other levels.
I'm
Like,
just sort of grooving on the whole soundtrack in general.
Yeah,
the soundtrack to this game is fantastic.
Probably my favorite video game soundtrack of all time.
Super, like, for the time, absolutely incredibly atmospheric. Like, we're not going to get to it, but the Pandora Temple, like, is always really creepy because of the music.
And I love the box art. Let's flash that right now.
On it.
Just beautiful. Like everything about this game was just the way it was presented in stores to the graphics in the game, the gameplay being unique. It was definitely an easy game to pick up for me. Like this is one of those games I picked up just looking at the back of the box and the front of the box and was like, yep, I want to play this.
I would totally play a spiritual successor to this game today with like even just like the same graphics. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, like HD version of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
All right. Since we only have 10 minutes, I'm going to try to book it through here.
Or why don't they just bring over the sequels?
I mean,
enhance the sequels.
Why does
fix them?
Why don't they do the Earthbound ones too that we didn't get?
Yeah, nobody wants that.
I mean, that's one of the things about Square Enix that I don't quite get is like they have this whole nostalgia factor with their back catalog and like old 16-bit games that they just don't.
Yeah, 3 was actually really awesome. And 2 wasn't bad.
They did some collections on PS1, I remember, that were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like Chrono Trigger, right? They added some CG to them as well.
Yeah, like animated sequences.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, just get like,
Nico.
Oh, yeah.
like Square made that sequel to Final Fantasy IV. like that episodic one.
Oh, the chocolate.
I would like to see more of them, like, doing Super Nintendo style RPGs, but new.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the
so
production
incredible.
budget would be through the roof. Obviously, the audience, for whatever reason, maybe isn't as big as we like to think it is, but it seems like a smaller dev cycle, less people on the team.
Yeah.
Doing
And,
graphics like this would be fine to support that audience.
I'm like, I don't know, release it on handhelds or something. Don't put it.
No, don't release it on handhelds.
Or I mean,
Well, you're saying like 3DS or Vita or...
yeah. All I'm saying is don't make it another like iOS thing. They tried Final Fantasy Dimensions on iOS. That was just not great.
Oh no!
What's happening?
Balloon magic. I'm stuck.
That is one of the most notorious schools of magic.
Don't get hit with balloon. Anything but that.
You need to look out for necromancers and balloonomancers.
Balloon specialists.
What do they call them? Like Balloonateers? What's their name? Like...
I'm pretty sure that just falls into the category of wind magic.
Heliomancers.
Oh no, you lost your
Yeah, I
chest.
thought I saw it. It disappeared.
What, that guy was just wait.
Yeah,
what
I
was
love
he?
sneaking
They,
up on
they
you.
start off asleep to
He was
balance them.
asleep?
They hit really hard.
Interesting.
Oh gosh,
Huh.
Tack, you're falling into it.
Oh, I
Kim,
remember
at this
these guys.
point,
These
it's
guys are-
undeniable. It's everywhere.
I'm starting to be convinced of that, yeah.
Thanks, Wade.
You're swaying me over.
You're easily brainwashed.
See, Kim, this is the problem. When you let someone know that you love something, you give them permission to destroy it.
So I should just hate on everything then?
I mean,
Isn't that what you do?
that's up to you. Wow.
There it is.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
I'd normally stay and kill those, but just trying to make some time here, see if we can get through here. But we can't. I know how long this place is.
Book it.
Nice. That was
that,
huge.
that crit, man.
I used to just walk past them and just leave.
They were a good experience.
Yeah, I guess.
When did it become called a critical attack? Do we know? Or critical hit?
That's a D&D thing.
I'm sure it existed long before
So,
this game,
okay.
actually. This game just chooses to use
Yeah,
that
D&D started in like the
nomenclature.
70s, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know if it existed before that, but in terms of like, RPGs owe so much to D&D in general that
Right.
I, like,
Obviously, there's influence here.
yeah, they took the terminology from D&D. I don't know if D&D got it from somewhere else.
It's not critting, it's getting whacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right. Fast asleep, all these guys.
You have to. Oh, here we go.
He's immersed in a world
Oh,
of
no.
sleep. Everything around
I'm going to be in
him.
a real world of sleep
Oh,
here since I
boy.
decided to skip all these guys.
You can do it. Tack's like, I'm just going to reset this for a second.
So we're going to try to get to a boss here?
I don't think we can make it in time.
Yeah, well.
I know
go
there is
back.
a boss at the end of this when we find the town, if I'm correct.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we won't hit that.
We won't. We definitely. This is a pretty serious dungeon. Like this is the first quote unquote dungeon in the game. That's how I open stuff. Oh,
Candy won't fit.
I hate it when
Oh, but, so it disappears.
it's gone.
That sucks.
This
Candy's
game-
never coming back.
This is Bush League design.
Those goblin
if I've
kids
ever
really
seen
need to
it.
pay more attention. Like people just walking through.
That's what I would do. I just feel like they're not going to wake up.
Oh
Uh-oh,
no!
you
See,
got
they make it so you don't
ballooned.
even. They make it so you can't skip content. This content gating, man.
Are you jamming on the button or anything?
Yeah, I don't think it does anything, but yeah.
Oh, good thing you got over here.
Hey, can you go in your menu? I just want to see if it
Yeah,
shows
sure.
like what level you are and all that stuff.
Yeah. There's stats.
Yeah, level 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cool. So you need 113 more. Love it.
Yeah,
Man.
just wait till you get to like I said, the summoning system for all that stuff is really sweet. Like the first one you get is like Undine or something, the water spirit, and then you get all these really cool attacks that you can use.
Have you guys noticed that a lot of RPGs these days seem to be doing away with, or really putting in the back end all of the awesome stats that you used to use to gauge your power?
Yes, they want them completely hidden so you can't fail.
I don't like that.
That's one of the things.
It's awful.
I noticed that in Dragon Age Inquisition, and even like they have stats like whatever your dexterity or your strength is, but you really have to dig around to find it. Whereas there's definitely a certain satisfaction in a game like this and seeing attack power 200, and you're like, yeah.
I
I'm
think
a
we've definitely
badass.
lost something in the transition to Here's a better item. Why is it better? Oh, it's just the next level of item.
It gives you a green arrow up.
Yeah,
But something like Dark Souls still shows you all that stuff.
Sure.
That's true.
But a lot of people would say that, they can't tell what's going on with Dark Souls stuff. This thing's poison? Jeez. What am I looking for? I thought there was a switch here.
I don't see it.
Well, I don't see it either. That's the problem. Doesn't look like I'm going to find it before time runs out.
No, you're poisoned.
Like, I must have missed a switch somewhere.
Yeah. You blew
Awful.
it.
I did. Sorry, Reiner. I didn't remember the last time I played this.
Yeah, show him the spear. Show the spear.
Oh yeah, let's see the spear.
Oh, but we don't have any levels in it. That's the thing.
Who cares?
All right. Putting on the spear. Look at 21 to 22 attack power.
Awesome.
But we won't have it. We have to get it leveled up before we can use like the special attack,
The
which is
charge.
different. Yeah. And those spirits and stuff that you unlock, those can also be charged up, which is really sweet.
And the spear gives you a little more range, correct?
Yeah, and it has different special abilities, and there's all different. Like all the weapons are very different, which makes it really cool and customizable.
Yeah, because the spear also sort of has a straightforward attack pattern, right? Not the sort of swing
You
that
found the
sword
magic
does.
rope.
I did. What do I do with this? I don't know.
I think that's what you needed, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, we'll finish these guys off here, Dan, or not.
Well, we're
Run
not
out,
killing
Run
stuff,
out like a
right?
coward.
Like a coward. I'm trying to make time here.
And let's move on to roulette. All right, I picked this game for Dan Tack. He said this is one of his all-time favorites. This is UN Squadron on Super Nintendo.
All-time favorites might be a little off, but
That's exactly what you told me.
Hype it up.
I have it written on my hand in blue ink.
this is one of my favorite side-scrolling shooters from the SNES era. I'm comfortable saying that.
And why? Tell me about it.
I had a really cool upgrade
Outside
system.
of that crotch shot.
The difficulty was just right. The upgrade system was super cool. Had a good soundtrack.
Would you get a UN Squadron tattoo?
No.
Okay, if you were to get a UN Squadron tattoo, what would you have tattooed?
I would not get one, so I can't answer that question.
Come on, play along, Dan Tack. You know what I would get, Joe?
What?
That.
Yeah, I get that.
There.
That's what
Joe,
I'm-
actually, I'm getting
on my
that.
Lemon
Yeah,
unit.
see,
on my left breastus.
Dan,
right
I'm
here.
getting that.
That's you totally didn't take the bait, Dan. That's there's a flaming unicorn.
Yeah.
And you.
I just completely missed it.
It's not cool enough for
I
you,
would get it on
guess.
my left breast, and I would work shirtless, or I'd wear overalls with just one strap down, so you could see.
I'm
the
sure
cool
your wife
uniform.
would love that.
It would be pretty
I
sweet.
guess we'll play on normal for this, but I'm going to get destroyed.
You can do it.
I don't know.
Tack, this is one of your all-time favorite Super Nintendo shooters, or whatever the hell you said.
Greg Gates, Mickey.
I forget which one I was
Shimon,
good with. Yeah, they all have
Shin
different.
Kazama.
Greg Gates needs to put one of those strips you put on your nose to get rid of the blackheads.
I kind of want you to be Greg Gates.
Yeah,
Greg
I was.
Gates.
I was
He
always
kind
the
of looks like
beardo.
Mario
Yeah,
in a weird way.
We're Greg Gates. Oh yeah, you got to pick the level you wanted to do. It's sort of opened up after you beat an area.
What's that on
don't
his
look him in the
forehead?
don't look him in
What
the
is
forehead.
that?
Look in the
Yeah.
eyes.
Is that swords?
He's sensitive about it, guys. I'd be more worried about that tie.
Oh
he
yeah,
has
you had to
tucked
save
in.
up to get new plane. Oh yeah, this was kind of the coolest part. It's like sort of RPG elements in the
Yeah.
mix.
Oh, I wonder why you liked it.
Now, I remember playing this game more in arcades than on Super Nintendo.
It
I
did
think.
exist for the arcade.
Do you know, did it still have all of this progression stuff?
That's a really good question that I can't answer.
I don't remember.
You guys can't see this at home, but Greg Gates has a green and blue eye.
Oh, I just wasted a cluster. That's great. I paid 3,000 for that.
Good start, Dan.
Oh, I
Tack.
don't
Good
know the
start.
controls, man.
No excuses here on replay.
I do also like, though, how everything you explode just immediately translates to money for you.
I think exactly. I think you have bombs too, but I totally forget the command for them, and I don't want to waste it on a cluster.
Yeah.
Don't
So
be
what's the
wasting
story
those
build up
clusters.
here? It just seems like these people are defending their base and we're blowing them to living hell.
That sounds about right, Reiner.
I mean, what's the story
Listen,
set up
this-
for any 2D?
this is a side-scrolling. What do you expect the plot to be?
I don't know. We have characters and
We're not looking for in-depth.
There's a character.
Oh
Look
my
at that
gosh.
guy. Look
Oh
at
my
the look of
gosh,
determination on his face.
I might look up the
oh,
backstory on this game.
I can't.
He's
believe
totally like
this is
evil
awful.
Mario.
Look at this. I'm almost dead. I'm almost
A
dead.
Mario Wario clone.
No pressure, Dan Tack.
Yeah, I
You
know
got
that. Thanks,
this.
Reiner.
Get us to the boss.
We're gonna get to the boss, but I don't think I'm gonna beat him with this much health and no clusters.
you have
I know-
one cluster.
I know I could probably just cheese him with a ton of clusters.
Wow.
Oh God.
Oh, you're so funny.
Oh!
Hey, it's been like a long
You
time.
can
right?
do this. You gotta prove it now.
So this is made by Capcom.
Yeah.
Came out September 1991. You can play cooperative 2-player. Let's see. There's no story details here. That's unfortunate.
No, I don't know the command to issue the Mega Crush. That's the problem. Because that'll definitely take everything. I remember it was like a cheat code for this game where you got like 1 million Mega Crushes.
Did you play this game with just 1 million Mega Crushes, and that's why
No.
you loved it?
No, that is not how I played it. I didn't know about the Mega Crush thing till like a couple years ago.
Maybe that's the tattoo I get, is a Mega Crush.
I think the Flaming Unicorn is better. That's the one I get.
You mean you don't want the face of this pilot tattooed on you?
Greg's pretty sweet.
I kind of have
There was
the
like
face
secret
of that
stuff that
pilot.
you could shoot, like secret areas that you could shoot that would have hidden stuff. I remember you had to know those to get like the extra lives and stuff. They'd really help. Like I know that one. What's that Capcom symbol? Like they always use it in all their games, like a spinny disc thing.
Right.
It's in here, and like when you get it, like you get superpowers, and it's usually hidden, like behind the background. You have to shoot a certain spot. Yeah, this run went a little smoother.
Yeah, you got your legs under you again.
I think for a game like this, it takes a little bit more than 2 plays, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I
You
mean,
got
skilled
it.
players can just dodge bullets, regardless of knowing the game, right?
Just trying to find the Mega Crush button. There it is.
Awesome.
See?
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That's the easy mode mission.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Get a new plane.
We
Oh,
don't have-
here's your story,
we don't have enough for
Reiner.
that. Yeah.
It's just the beginning.
There's the plot.
I agree with it. I mean, it's spot on. I mean, that's what
wanna
I
know-
saw.
I want to know
Oh,
more
what is
about this
Look at
guy's
Now
story.
you can select like all these different areas to fight. I don't even know what these are, but do we want to hit one of these green trucks? Do we want to hit this plane?
Pink.
Oh no, we want to do the plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you tuck in your
Oh,
tie
this
into
one
your
is-
shirt,
This one is hard.
Yeah, it's like
is that just for eating? Did he forget to
Yeah,
take it out after lunch?
he's probably got some soup behind him or something that he's worried about.
I remember this mission was actually one of the harder starting levels.
And I've always been the throw the tie over your shoulder while you're eating type of guy.
I've always
But
been
it seems
the-
like if you put it into your shirt, if you tuck it into your shirt, that's a safer
Man,
bet.
this level's gonna break me.
Yeah,
remember this one.
I've always been the I don't wear a tie kind of person.
The boss is like this giant stealth bomber, and it always used to kill me because I hated this level.
And Joe's not kidding. I've seen him go to some fancy things wearing a tuxedo T-shirt. And
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say the
I'm not
tuxedo
kidding.
T-shirt.
There's nothing like the tuxedo tee, man.
It's classy.
It is.
It's got a tie on it.
Look at that thing. That's a
And these got
beauty.
hard because they'd start. If you don't kill them fast enough, the other planes sort of overtake you while you're fighting them.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe how much I remember about this game.
How's it holding up? How does it feel?
You know, pretty crisp, control-wise.
And it's obviously Super Nintendo, just D-pad control.
Yeah.
I think this whole genre, kind of like Secret of Mana, is one that just is always going to hold up.
Yeah, like 1942, another Capcom shooter.
Sure.
Those are still fun. I always loved in that game when you hit the button, you'd flip up in the air. You'd be invulnerable for a few seconds.
I think
Looks super
I think
cool.
what sold me on this game, apart from like the music and the graphics for the time, was the progression system, which was uncommon for a game like this.
Yeah.
Like you look at an R-type clone, it's not really just you can get boost in the level, but there's no real way to upgrade outside of it.
And this also was in arcades. It was in arcades before the Super Nintendo version.
Yes.
Um,
And I think it was
I don't think I ever played that one, though.
I didn't. And I think it was actually a different game, like completely, but
Just the same name.
yeah.
I remember that game having a lot, like there was actually chatter, like the people would talk. You would get, like the portraits would talk or something.
Oh, stealth bomber. Look at that beauty.
Remember
I
when?
always love it in shooters. Sorry, Joe. In shooters, when you unlock the stealth plane or the stealth bomber, it is such a nice reward, like in like Ace Combats and stuff like that. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just gonna say, like, I remember when stealth bombers were the cool, like stealth bombers and Lamborghinis were just the coolest possible things in the world.
Stealth bombers still are, I think.
I mean, like, do they even have those things still in commission? Like,
Yeah,
that?
it's just you don't know about them.
Yeah, because they're stealth.
Here's more of your stories. You guys chose the wrong team.
All right.
So what are the things we're looking at here? What do the
These
trucks
are,
do?
I know these are like the core missions, right? The red ones.
What does the green
okay,
one say?
but I don't know.
Let's do a green.
Okay, we'll do it.
It should be a piece of cake for you, says the guy.
That
with
means it's
the
probably
tie
really
tucked
hard.
in.
Oh, you don't have enough yet. Almost enough for the F-20.
So are you buying new planes, or are you just upgrading your old?
No, you upgrade the planes through
Ooh,
play.
this is fast.
Oh my god, what's
40
the hell is
seconds.
going
What is
Gosh.
this?
on? I don't know, but I can't see.
Yeah.
It's too fast. Oh, this is like a bombing run. I'm doing this completely wrong.
Oh, I remember this now. Wow, that was awful.
Well, I don't have bombs. This is like going to be impossible.
It's supposed to be a piece of cake for you.
I didn't buy any bombs.
So cluster it.
Clustering.
And don't hit the rocks, dude.
I totally failed this mission. Although to be fair, I didn't know what we were doing when we went in. So
You'll be fine. You'll be just fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
You did it.
with a stellar time.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, you got some money out of it.
Yeah.
Not enough.
So you
though.
level up the planes while you use them, and you can buy new ones, which are way better. Like getting the good planes is actually pretty much of a challenge, if I recall correctly. Like getting the ultimate plane was
And in a way is my style.
really tough because you had to like kill everything without using any special weapons because the resources allowed to you.
Yeah, do the big plane.
We just did a plane.
Oh, you
Do a
did?
red one.
Do a red one.
Oh, the wolf pack. Oh, we already selected it, unfortunately. Like
Oh.
once you're keyed in, you're keyed in. I think I want to get that.
I like the guy up there just chewing gum.
Yeah.
He's just chill, totally chill, you know.
And with no manners, just mouth wide open.
Oh yeah, this level is hard.
It looks
Wait.
super weird with the clouds.
Those planes take multiple hits.
Yeah, and this is with my gun's been upgraded for the last few levels too. So yeah,
Woo.
Nice
Little
skills.
spicy.
Yes.
Good reflexes.
yeah.
This is actually pretty good at giving you that dogfight feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
I can't believe I dodged all that with my old man hands. Oh,
Can we call
of
you
course I
that?
said that. You can call me whatever you want, Reiner.
You know someone's going to quote that
No, I guarantee it. Yes,
with a picture.
this is definitely a lot more
Meme.
challenging than the last level.
I don't think there will be any pictures, photoshops of Dan Tack and the Overblood group
Never.
with old man hands.
That will never happen.
I don't want to see them.
Oh, this is. Are you serious? What's going on here?
These are stealth fighters.
Thanks, Reiner.
They are the cousin of the stealth bomber. Man, they're beautiful. Majestic creatures. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Moving along. Let's just see if we could buy. Did we get enough to buy a plane?
We did, but I want the 300,000 plane, not the 200,000.
Dude, we're not going to get that here.
Oh, how much longer do we have?
Like a
I'm
minute.
a minute.
Yeah, you got like a minute. You got one
Fine
mission.
Plane.
It's roulette, man.
Do I have a minute or what?
You got a
For
minute.
real? No, I don't believe you. I'm not wasting my money on a bad plane.
Oh my
Go,
god.
just buy the plane.
Dandak, we have precisely 1 minute.
All right, all
the
right. I'm buying
plane.
the plane. This plane sucks, though, by the way. Don't use it. See, with the new plane, we have different weapons. Oh, the Phoenix homing
Quit.
missiles.
Reflecting on the weapons. Buy them and play it.
I'm buying them, okay? Give me a break. I'm the one who has
Let's
to play.
go.
Yeah, and
30 seconds.
And as soon as I die, you're the one who's going to make fun of me, so I got to make sure you know.
Now that is true.
Yeah.
I know your goals are different than mine, Ryder, okay?
This plane looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, what's wrong with this plane? Why should you not buy it?
It's a little speedier. Well, it's just not as good as the 300 plane,
Well,
and
duh.
we were super close.
But it's better than the one you had.
We were super close to getting the other one.
Oh, well. I guess we'll never know.
He's just going to lose sleep tonight over this.
I'm going to go back and play this game tonight.
That's not how it should have ended. We
gonna
should have
do
the
it
other
right.
plane.
Danger,
We should have got the
danger.
other plane. It was an incorrect play decision.
Revisionist replay history.
Oh.
Oh, this is all your
I can
fault.
see you just don't. You're not good at this plane.
Now I'm just getting flustered. Yeah, I am. I am not good with this plane.
All right, everyone, that is Replay. Thanks again for watching. We'll be back next Saturday with another episode, and in 2 weeks, the beginning of Season 3. See you then.
Season 3.